Hi there, welcome to this podcast. As you know already, for those who follow me, on this channel, I talk mostly about spirituality and try to awaken consciousness. So I'm just going to start right away. Now, my take on current events, the corona and everything, is that in this world, basically, you've got what we call the bad guys, the black hats, and the white hats. That is, you've got the black hats, people associated with the elites, and then you've got the white hats, the good guys who are also elites, but they are from the good side. They are with the people, so to say. Then you have the black hats who have just as their main agenda to eliminate the world population and have just few people living on the planet, and to have only giant organizations, big giant organizations that control everything on earth. That's why you've got this war on the coronavirus, but in reality it's a war on they want to wreck the economy of the world, so to say. The small and medium-sized in the enterprises, they want them to disappear so that you have only giant corporations who have multinationals that will be managing and controlling almost everything. So and my idea is that it was this virus was just an idea, was to crash the economy of China, but it all went wrong, and it's affecting the whole world. So my advice to the people, those who watch and listen to me, is just basically to keep a little bit of money at home, because you never know, the banking system might collapse. I'm not saying it's going to collapse, I say it might collapse. And one French minister even said that in times of wars, emergency measures are always put in place, and they could even extend as far as the seizure of properties does. So individuals, you could get your properties and your bank account freezed. So those are the emergency measures according to this French minister. So this crisis on the corona is also on the spirituality level. It's awakening people. People are now waking up to the new realities, that the world was not really what they thought it was. The peace and tranquility of everyday life has now been changed forever. And people are evaluating what is important and what is not important in their life, which is good for consciousness, because this is awakening consciousness. This is making people to be consciously aware of their daily lives, to be aware, to live in awareness. And a typical example of this, if I can go right back to the Bible, Noah and the flood, the story, you could see that at that time, Noah was quite aware of everything that was happening. He was more aware, and he did get guidance to save himself and every creature around. So it was because Noah was aware. So this idea of being aware of events, being aware, don't let yourself be fooled by the news and by everything. It does help. It awakens people. So this is a time whereby people will evaluate things. Do you want to buy a new computer, for example, with this crisis? Or do you want a spade to dig the earth and plant seed for food? Because there might be food crisis and all those kinds of things. The value of human friendships is being taken into account, because people were not taking into account the fact that they had, the friendship they had with their friends or family or whatever. So this crisis is enabling people to connect, enabling humanity to connect, and And in Africa, people are questioning things, not believing everything their leaders are telling them. They are questioning things. You've got the 5G propaganda, also the truth. The crisis also, is also offering an opportunity for people to ask, to look deep within them and ask themselves questions and start to accept also other critics. Don't just believe one line of story. And the truth of the matter is that this disease, there is a vaccine for, because no bioweapon facility produces this kind of bioweapon and without an antidote. So there is an antidote. There's always an antidote for this kind of thing, but this for the elite. And one thing we should note is that everything that is in this era, from going till 2027, 2030, we are in the middle phase of it. The change since 2012, I've said often in my previous podcasts about the change since the 21st of December 2012, the earth has moved into a new cycle of benevolence, compassion, and new deeds and awareness. So the earth is being aware. The earth is living, has a life, it's living and it's changing. So humanity has to change along. Those who refuse to change are going to face the consequences, implosion. That's it. So all things, my final say is that all things that are conceived in compassion are going to work. All things that are conceived in unity from now on in the planet are going to work. It doesn't matter whatever you do, but if it is geared towards unity, towards compassion, towards awareness, you look around the world, you see civilization systems casting away the old system, or the old ways of beliefs of doing things, and just moving forward without, not sure where they are going to end, but they are sure that where they are going to, where they will end up, things are going to be much more better than the previous system where they were in. And a typical example of this is the Ambazonia. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be independent. Nobody really knows how this movement started, but it just kicked everybody like a current. But nobody knows how it's going to end, but they are sure it's going to be better than the past. That's an example of how the planet is changing cultures, civilization, and communities. So now let's go right in. For this podcast is just going to be about a continuation on spirituality, on general issues. And I'm just going to elaborate on things. I wrote down, and I'm just going to say them and elaborate on them. So you've got what we are facing now is a great cleanup. And until 2027, people should await great cleanup on the planet, meaning great deaths. People are going to pass away, so many, and only those who are aware are going to be able to survive this. Those who are geared towards compassion, unity, passion, those who are still keeping the notion of wars are going to perish. And in this planet, we are players in a game of consciousness. The humans are being played, and they are playing them, others. But still in this game, it's a consciousness game. Being manipulated, you are being manipulated, not knowing that you are being manipulated. You are manipulating others, not knowing that you are manipulating others. That's how it is. It is being. That's how the whole system is going. It's been functioning. Let me put it that way. And what people should understand is that the system, the AI, you call it the AI, the system, or the underground government or whatever, the people who are ruling humanity behind the scenes, they will do everything when they see that people who are awakening to new realities, who are knowing things, who are beginning to open their eyes, they will do everything to stop you from evolving. They would put a lot of roadblocks wherever you go to make sure that you don't evolve. But it is actually intended when you look at it in another way, it's actually intended for you to grow. And if you think you know everything that's going to happen, I can guarantee you don't know, because even the Anunnakis, those are the gods. They call Lord Anu. Those are the gods you pray to every day when you go to church. You call them the Anunnakis. They're the creators of humanity. They created the cultures and civilization. They can change the timeline at any time. So nobody is sure of anything. Not even the Nostradamus predictions. They didn't come true because the timeline was changed. Timeline here I mean by you thought you saw the shamans who can foresee things. Once you see things, but when that time comes, that period you saw them, the time will be different. Things will be something else, not what you predicted, or 5 years ago, or 4 years to come. So that's how it is. And another fact is that in this era, what you say resonates to your cells and they manifest. So people should be careful not to say things like, I'm trying to do this, I want to do, I'm trying. The word trying is a very bad word. Because when you say you are trying to do something, it makes you lose the effectiveness of what you are trying to say. And your cells will also condition you to keep on trying only. So your cells respond to what you say. They manifest. And what if you keep on trying things? If you keep on thinking you are trying to do this, you are trying surviving, you are surviving, you are trying. It is a very bad way of saying things, because that's what your cells are going to give you your whole life. Trying without no success. And in this era, you realize that a lot of secrets are being exposed. Pedophilia, you see, during this crisis in Russia, they have discovered an underground bunker with lots of thousands of children who were being used for pedophilia. All over, pedophilia has been revealed. In Chad, there was a plane full of little kids that were going to Europe for this this satanic cults rituals. That's what is being happening. It all has to do with the change of the planet, ascending, moving to a higher vibration where we are now. And when you stay calm in most of this trouble, it helps to stabilize things, because people are being panicked by by the news media, by the governments who are keep on pumping them, making everybody panic. But if those who stay calm, they help stabilize things. Stay calm and think what to do, how to protect, and take the protective measures seriously. They are those who are going to be safe. But those who are panicking, being afraid, your cells will manifest that to you. They will make you to be afraid of, to see what you are being afraid of. That's what it is. That's why not being afraid is always the key here. And another idea is to make an agreement with your higher self, how to run your body. Your higher self is another you, which is on the other side of the veil, which always looking upon you, is another you, is part of you that's on the other side of the veil. And you can make an agreement with the higher self that to activate it and let it show you how to change, show you how to run your life, how to be in the right place in the right time, and how to do a lot of things, how to solve a lot of puzzles. Your higher self, so those who can connect with your higher self, if you do that through meditation, through affirmations, my desire to connect with my higher self, I am connecting with my higher self, those are the simple affirmations you can do. They will help a great deal. Love your body with respect, and treat your body as if you were treating your best friend, your lover. The cells love it. And sleep well. Those are the things that are necessary for this, in order to navigate through this era of difficulties. And another thing is that You see also symbols. Now you've got. I'm just talking a little bit around them here, but connecting to spirituality and also how to evolve. You got the symbol of, for example, symbolism. You have a symbol of the serpent. The symbol of a serpent represents wisdom. It also represents, it's a symbol of the DNA. So you've got it in pharmaceutical products. You always see this kind of symbol of, it's representing the DNA, representing the wisdom, and that is and the kundalini. It rises from the back of your spine, which is also associated with this serpent, and it's all very important to know something about the kundalini, which is this serpent energy. And you've got chakras. I wanted to say something about chakras to introduce people to these chakras. Chakras are the doorways of energy into the body. And there are 7 chakras. And these 7 chakras, you have the root chakra, which is associated with energy, with stability, comfort, and safety. And it is an I am chakra. So when you say the word I am, affirmations, you are connecting to earth. And you've got the sacral chakra. It is the second chakra from the root chakra down, and then you've got the second one, the sacral, which is about sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, and sociability. Feeling chakra. You've got the solar plexus chakra, which is about the strength, personality, power, and determination. I do. That's the solar plexus. And you've got the heart chakra, which is acceptance of love, compassion, sincerity. I love chakra. That you've got the throat chakra, which is about communication, expression, creativity, inspiration. I talk. That is what the throat chakra. And you've got the third eye chakra, which is about intuition, meditation, trust. I see chakra. You've got the crown chakra, which is about knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment of spirituality, and I understand. And I hope this brief introduction to chakra will make some people who are really interested to knowing more about this chakra, this energy doorways to the body, to do some more research and also get involved. And then it will help them to grow and understand themselves very well. Thanks for listening.